Today's video is on picking up a baby or child or another person if you have to pick up your grandparent. These techniques will apply to that as well. This is Kai and he's going to be our little stunt man today. We're going to focus on body position of both you and the baby. We're going to focus on technique and we're going to focus on core engagement, which is the #1 critical factor. We're going to do 2 different locations. We'll do the crib and the floor, and I'll focus on core engagement when we do it on the floor. For the crib, we're going to focus on body position and technique. I'm going to put the baby down in the reverse of how I do it. We want to get as close to the person or baby as possible, so I'm right up against the crib. So that's our body position. I'm going to use the deadlift technique. That's a different video if you want to know why, but I prefer the deadlift technique. And we're also going to have the baby in a position, or the person in a position that is optimal. I'm going to grip the baby from the torso, not lifting from the armpits. Close as possible. I'm going to grip him here. I'm going to get him facing me. So I'm going to lean my body weight back and use the baby's body weight as leverage. I'm going to lean. Part of me lifting him up is the leaning back, and the body's weight counterweights my weight. It actually makes it significantly easier because we're using leverage in our favor. So there's lever arms and physics and all this stuff, and if you're just bending straight down and lifting the baby straight up, it's a lot more torque on the spine rather than leaning back and the body's weight counterbalances it, and then I use that lean back. You're gonna have to practice it. It's very helpful. It makes it a lot easier. That leaning back shortens the lever arm and makes it a lot less torque on the spine. Okay, so that's body position of you and the baby. Technique, let's go do core engagement. So this is the #1 most important thing. So I'm going to set the baby down in reverse. So butt back and get him in an ideal situation. Okay, so baby's position is pretty optimal. My position's pretty optimal. I'm going to get flat feet. I'm going to get down as low as I can. I'm hinging at the hips. My knees have to bend this far for just my flexibility. Before I lift, I'm going to make sure my core is engaged. It's absolutely necessary to protect your spine. So what I do often is I do a kind of a test lift. So before I actually lift, I just feel his weight, and that engages my core every time. It engages my core. So I'm going to just get a little test. Oh, okay, I'm engaged, and now I know his weight, and I'm going to do the real thing. Lean back and up. And my core is engaged. If you want to know how to engage your core, connect to your anchors. And if you don't know what that means, best thing I can do is refer you to the free trial of core balance training. You can learn what connecting to your anchors means just in the free trial, and that's really all you need. So with a stroller, you always want to make sure it's locked, because leverage is really important here, and if you go to pick a baby up from an unlocked stroller and you try to use this technique, it's really going to work against you. So make sure you lock the stroller, and this makes it really easy to use this leverage technique. Watch my weight off my heels. Now I've got the baby, I've got good body position. I'm going to lean back, and it shortens the lever arm and makes it a lot easier for me to lift the baby, a lot less torque. And of course my core is engaged the entire time. Found any of this helpful? Feel free to support the channel, hit the like button. Tell any of your friends that you think this might help. If they have a baby or a grandparent that they have to lift off the couch, this technique also works for that. Hopefully that helps, and take care.